Hello, and once again, welcome back to the day 3 of the Doncaster City Ledger daily webcast. And firstly, it's just a big hello to John and the guys down at the B&Q warehouse in Leeds who, by some miracle, recognised me from these webcasts when I was in the shop the other day. I hope you're all having a good look around the site and registering for a few of the tips who are in, well, who can't be, they're in better form than me. Unlike me, I couldn't push my way out of a paper bag at the minute to save my life. But as I keep telling myself over and over again, form's temporary and class is permanent. And you can look at my results over the long term and you can see that I do well. As I said yesterday, it wasn't a good day to have many selections with a few odd results, and our single selection, Farlow, never got into the race really, behind the impressive international debut, who really found some form since, along with the Paul Midgey stable, who were really flying them. They've had 10 winners in the last 14 days, which, you know, from a small stable is richly deserved because they put a lot of effort into the game with inexpensive horses. I mean, anybody can train, well, most people can train expensive horses to win races, but they do well with these cheap cast-offs from other people's yards and stuff like that, so they really do deserve a lot of praise. Anyway, on to today's racing. It's been raining on and off round here, where I live, about 10 miles from Donny, so they've got a little bit on the course, but it's going to be the same sort of going as yesterday, just on the quick side of good. Today's racing looks a little bit easier than it did yesterday, I hope. Don't look any worse. So on to the 125, the first race. It's the Flying Shoulder Stakes for young sprinters that are not really top class or not yet top class, but are too good for nurseries. It's not a race that I'd get too involved with. Too many horses are closely matched or flopped last time and seemingly on recovery missions, like Requinto, who I thought would have won last time but flopped behind older horses when well weighted. And I think best watch to see what happened there, see if he comes back to his form today. I don't think there's much to choose between Burwaz and Lil Burn Lad on York running, but I think probably they drop back to 5 furlongs or suit Burwaz better. Angel's Wolfall is another from the Barry Hills, or now Charlie Hills stable, that flopped at York. And to be fair, a few of them that flopped at York have run this week and not run much better, so I'd be a bit wary. My Propeller is interesting. I mean, the filly won a 5 furlong race in a canter by 17 lengths, which is some going. Then it didn't run as well at Newmarket over 6 furlongs, but back over 5 furlongs like today, she won fairly cosily last time at York in what was a decent time for compared to other races that day. So she looks to have an excellent chance, but there's too many ifs and buts to give it out as a selection today. 155 race, the Mallard Stakes, which, in case you didn't know, the Mallard, besides being a duck, was a magnificent, sleek, streamlined green train that held all the world speed record for steam train for, well, I think it still holds it actually. So now you know what I used to do when I was younger. At this race, I'm pretty confident it's going to give us our first winner of the meeting from only 4 selections so far, so we haven't been given loads out. Even though he likes it, I think the Matoto gelding Theology has got too much weight for what he's done, and I think the same applies to Allaston Times, trained by John Dunlop. He's not exactly been setting the world on fire this season. And I think Bourne, even with Kieran Fallon up, he's very one-paced and been getting beaten some moderate races and weaker races than today. And I think he's going to be my biggest place lay of the day today, around 2.2. Itlac has run some better races, being fit with a tongue tie, but needs to find another £7 really to figure here. And as I keep going on about, a feature of the Johnson runners is that run good, bad, improve, then run bad again. And Shenando's the same sort of horse, flopped last time after showing an improved run time before. And I think even if back to his best, Gelding will struggle to win this. Orc Mountain likes it here, and is consistent, but don't win often, and I'll struggle again. So I'm just left with 3 runners that I think can win this, and to find out what they are, you need to put your hands in your pocket and become a member, and then you'll know. And hopefully I'll give you some winners. 225, Blue Bajan's been a model of consistency for David O'Meara since moving from Andrew Turner. I think without looking good enough to win one of these races, he's been consistent, and he might get a place. I can't wait to see how he's going to fare back over hurdles. For a new trainer, I think he could go a lot better than he did last season. I don't think there's any reason why Burgo would overturn a deficit of 4.5 lengths with his York Conqueror opinion poll. Titian, I think, could set the race up by leading at a decent pace, but whether we'll have a royal victory, I don't know. I don't think he's good enough really. Sadra's Rock, I think, could have been flattered last time by his run in the Irish Ledger trial. I think that he's got a lightweight, but I'm not sure he's a 3-year-old. I'm not sure he's going to be strong enough in this race. Maybe next year he'd be better. Mottreese did us all a favour a couple of weeks ago when he was given a peach of a ride that day. And if adopting those same tactics by kicking him in race, he'll get the favourite into trouble. And the favourite, it's a dour stayer, doesn't do anything quickly, and I think that he might struggle if he can get a break on him. A couple of these runners get a break on the favourite. I think he's going to struggle to get back at him, and he's going to be my lay of the day. I wish I could say that Matrice would definitely win like I did last time, but that race, she had everything in her favour, and I predicted that the odds-on favourite were a false odds-on shot, which I was right for once. Today, she's not got quite everything in her favour, and she needs to improve, and I think that day she ran to the top of her form, and I'm not sure what improvement's left in her. But to find out what I think will win, you need to be a member. So put your hands in your pocket and register, and you'll find out. And I think I've got a tasty price one for this race. 3 o'clock. As you know from my blogs previously, I don't usually bet in fillies race because fillies are like women. You never know what to expect from them from day to day. So I'm going to get shot for that. But today I'm going to make an exception because the bet is so strong, and it's a twofold bet. It's a lay and a win, and best of all, I'm going to give it to it's free to you viewers and readers because the price is too short for my members. I think Fallen Idol, shocking price, and it's going to be a massive place lay for me around 1.38. Got nothing to lose, and I don't think the form's good enough. I think there's 3 or 4 horses in this race that have got better form and could improve just like her. So I think she's going to be a massive place lay for me. She won on debut over 7 furlongs without really being impressive. A filly's maiden, which is not a strong race, slow time, and on faster going to today. So with the other horses in the race with better form, I can't see why she's that price. Switch is one of those horses that has better form than her. Progressed last time, progressed with every race, and this extra step up in trip I think will suit her as well. Savitar ran a blinder in Newmarket Sales race. And the bank of the meeting so far, this is the one that you want to get your coin on. Regal Realm. She was given a terrible ride last time. Jockey got her into all sorts of trouble, and the horse was so good she got her out of trouble. She did it well, and she's got class and she's got speed. And this extra furlong's tailor-made, and she's a banker, real banker of the day. Short price but a banker, and it's a free one for you. So 2 bankers in the same race. Lay Fallen for you. A place lay, not just a lay to not win, a place lay, not to be in the first 3. And Regal Realm, I think, will win easily. Could be eating a lot of humble pie tomorrow, but you know me, I believe in saying and backing my opinions, so hopefully I'm right. 3:35, not a betting race for me. There's a major doubt about the favourite, I think, in this small race. I don't think he'll settle very well. So I think his favourite more by reputation than form, and reputation and a stable, but can't back him, can't lay him, but I don't think he'll win myself personally. I think Mizwaj looked fat on his debut, and I think he's going to come on massively for that run. And I think Hot Sugar progressed a lot on his first run. And if progressing again this season, this race, he's going to give favourite a race at least. 4:10. Remember this race? It's 6.5 furlongs, and that half furlong does make all the difference as it did yesterday. The results change in the last half furlong. I think they're being forced to run below 0 today because he goes up 6 pounds from tomorrow, and the race and conditions, track, are not in his favour. I think it's too much weight, so I think he was able to dominate last time and set his own slow pace on his last 2 victories even. But these are genuine speedsters, they're sprinters, they're not 7 furlongs, and I think he'll struggle to get to the front and keep going at his own pace. Canaf gets too far behind and then needs everything to just drop right. He often looks like he's going to do better or could have done better, but he doesn't, so not for me. Dock of the Bay, never won over this trip. It's always been 7 furlongs and a mile, so another one not for me. Noble Citizen, I said when he'd win at Ascot, and he did, but I think he'll struggle to confirm that form today with Lutein Bell on these revised terms. And I think it's interesting that Richard Hughes is booked for Lutein Bell, who needs holding up until the very last minute. Grissom will struggle to win this. He needs a stiff 6 furlongs like he did at Ponte, or 7 furlongs to show his best. He's won over this crossing distance, but that one easier race. And I don't think he's got either of those things in his favour today, so not for me. Faster, perennially placed, very hard to win with. Not been running as good as normal, so not for me. I've narrowed it down just to 3 runners, and once again, if you're not a member, put your hands in your pocket and get to be a member, and you'll find out what they are. And it's a good price one. 440. Even though Murray's a course and distance winner, it was disappointing last time. Saddle slipped, which you've got to allow for, but I still think, not going to win it today. Audemars for Vaughan's Yard. Better on the all-weather and got a lot of weight for what he's done, so I think others are a little better. Artistry is another one, much better on the all-weather. Dumbarton ran a shocker last time when more was expected, so maybe he's showing a bit more at home, but he's not fulfilling it yet, and I'm not guessing he's going to do it today. beaten up. Not for me at prices. He won a moderate race in his debut back in April. Been off since, obviously a problem. So, not for me. But again, I've narrowed it down just to 3 runners that I think can win this. And again, you need to be a member to find out what they are. So, get your hands in your pocket and subscribe. Cheers.